We're still waiting to hear what drove Jason Rodriguez to walk inside a downtown office building and open fire. Skywitness 9 is live above the Gateway Center where 6 people were shot today. One of them died. Police still haven't identified that victim. This area was locked down for hours as officers searched for the suspect. We had camera crews in the sky and on the ground when the SWAT team arrested Jason Rodriguez just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. He was inside his mother's apartment on Curry Ford and 436. Once he was taken into custody, officers lifted the lockdown orders.
Traffic was a nightmare in Orlando today. I-4 was shut down while police were searching for Jason Rodriguez. We recorded this Florida Department of Transportation camera at I-4 near State Road 50, and you can see traffic was a dead stop with cars backed up for miles. Channel 9's Darlene Jones continues our team coverage now from downtown Orlando. Darlene?
Bob, traffic was diverted here onto the 408 and also onto the 417. Tolls were suspended for a short time, but they have since been reinstated. That traffic mess lasted for at least 2 hours, and in the last half hour, we received an email from Orlando police, and officials say Orange Avenue near the Ivanhoe Boulevard area where the shooting happened will remain shut down, along with Garland between Marks and Orange Avenue until further notice. The backup stretched several miles on I-4 in both directions. State troopers relieved Orlando police officers to shut down the highway at John Young Parkway and up north at the Longwood exit. You can see how bad the traffic mess was from this FDOT camera at I-4 and 50, a little bit closer to downtown, and this angle on I-4 near the 408.
It's crazy. It's just, I can't believe that happened.
We checked with FHP, and officials say about a dozen state troopers helped keep traffic out of downtown while the shooter was on the loose. But most drivers didn't even know why they were stuck in traffic.
Several people shot, and they're still looking for the shooter right now, and this is why the traffic is backed up.
Oh, that's horrible.
A lot of people stuck up there on I-4 tried to get off here at John Young Parkway, but found themselves in another traffic mess. Take a look. State troopers had to direct traffic to keep it flowing. The Expressway Authority temporarily suspended tolls, but that didn't help too much because then there was a backup trying to get onto the 408 and the 417. By then, drivers were all turned around and started to realize there would be no easy way around the tie-up, and they just wanted to know how to get going in the right direction again.
I get east from here.
A lot of people coming from out of town trying to take I-4 to get through Orlando. Again, if you were traveling on the 408 or 417 and you plan to head out, those tolls have been reinstated, and so you will have to pay the tolls if you're traveling on the tollways this afternoon. Reporting live in downtown Orlando, Darlene Jones, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Channel 9's Ryan Hughes was the very first reporter on the scene today. He told us he had never seen anything like it. Police swarming all over downtown Orlando. Ryan continues our team coverage now. And Ryan, what did you see?
Well, certainly a surreal scene here, Marty. At one point, it looked like dozens, if not hundreds, of police officers and emergency workers were running toward the building here, the Gateway Center. That was around 12 o'clock. Around 12:30 or 1, people were ushered from the building by armed officers, and those workers had stunned looks on their faces, and many cried. As the scene unfolded, people frantically left the Gateway Center in downtown Orlando, simply trying to get to safety. All around them, scores of emergency workers ran to and from the building. People were led away by armed officers. The emotion downtown was nothing less than raw as the high-rise workers realized they were safe, but also realized what they'd just been through. Several women embraced and burst into tears when they saw their friends come from the building. All afternoon, workers continued to file out of a nearby building where they stayed until they were given the all clear.
I was very scared, very frightened.
Debbie Wedge never imagined she'd go through such an ordeal.
I'm just thinking that I'm thankful for every day. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
It was very orderly, and slowly but surely they evacuated us all.
Around 3 o'clock this afternoon, police began to open up streets, and more workers made their way to safety. And back out live now, you can see that this area is still secure, at least the area right in front of the building. There are a few crime scene vans still on the scene. At last check, when we talked to the police chief about an hour and a half ago, she said that police officers checked the building every single floor 2 times, and they plan to sweep it once more. We assume at this point that that's already been conducted, but at this point the building has been given an all clear. Reporting live downtown, Ryan Hughes, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Well, one pleasant part of today was the weather because it was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, felt so nice out there. Our certified chief meteorologist Tom Terry's in Severe Weather Center 9 with a look ahead.
Yeah, weekend looking okay. Temperatures are going to be changing around a little bit. The winds are going to be an issue. Right now, here's a beautiful shot of our near sunset. Sunset coming up in about 20 minutes. Right now, mostly fair. Just a few high clouds and good-looking night coming up here. The wind's still a little bit breezy. We're still in the 70s, down to 73 now in Orlando. We could have some tornadoes to deal with by Wednesday of next week. We're talking 5 days away, though. We'll have more on the forecast models on it coming up in the next half hour. Till then, enjoy your weekend, folks. Breezy to windy, especially along the shore, and we're watching Ida carefully. Much more in the next half hour.
All right, thanks, Tom. Our team coverage on the deadly downtown shooting is a long way from finished. Next, we'll take you to Orlando's schools that were locked down and how quickly fear of Jason Rodriguez spread through campuses. And World News with Charles Gibson will have a special presentation tonight on the shootings in Orlando today and in Fort Hood, Texas yesterday. It is 1 hour from 6:30 to 7:30.
Jason Rodriguez, the suspect in this morning's shooting, is still at Orlando Police Headquarters to be questioned about the deadly downtown shooting. Sky Witness 9 is live over the Gateway Center where officers say Rodriguez shot 6 people this morning. One person was killed, and we're still waiting for officers to release that person's identity, as well as more information about what type of gun Rodriguez used and why he may have done this. The hunt for Jason Rodriguez even affected local schools. Edgewater High School, Princeton Elementary, and private schools, Bishop Moore, Lake Highland Prep, and Trinity Lutheran, were all locked down. Channel 9's Greg Wormuth continues our team coverage now with the impact on students.
The scene outside Edgewater High School was tense. An Orlando police officer with an assault rifle and a Lake County deputy also with a long rifle patrolled outside the school, a school which is less than 2 miles from the shooting scene. And at times there was fear that the shooter could try and escape through College Park. Parents watched the drama unfold on TV and listened anxiously on the radio.
Actually, I got a call from my husband. He was actually in the building and saw it all was on the ground floor. So then I was worried that Edgewater was also going to be next. So
Julie Sutphin had a double dose of anxiety. Her husband works on the first floor of the Gateway Center, while her daughter Steele attends Edgewater.
Yes, because he said he was there and he called and he was running down the street and he said the SWAT team was there and it was very frightening. So it was like, I'm like, run, 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 run. So, and then we called up at the school because I figured they would be coming. You know, this is so close to where Edgewater is. So it's been a stressful day.
While the lockdown was going on, students said they didn't know what was happening out here. In fact, one found out through a text from a friend who was watching on TV.
I got a text actually from my friend in Winter Springs when I first heard about it. I heard about it about an hour before they went on lockdown.
The arrest happened at 2:20, and that allowed authorities to lift the lockdown before the regular dismissal bell. When it was all over, this wife and mother, as well as others, said it was an emotion-filled day that they will never forget.
I freaked out. My friends were all near me, and I was like, oh my God, my dad was there. And then she's like, oh, it was okay. And I was like, oh, okay, thank God.
In Orlando, Greg Wormuth, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
This deadly shooting in downtown Orlando comes just 1 day after the largest mass shooting on a military base at Fort Hood, Texas. 13 people were killed and 30 others were injured at the Army post yesterday. We've learned the alleged gunman, Army Major Nidal Hassan, remains hospitalized on a ventilator today. Sergeant Rico Sanchez helped a captain injured in the shooting.
According to the captain that I was shooting, he was sitting down and he just stood up out of nowhere and started to unload a weapon.
Law enforcement officials say Hassan used a 5.7-millimeter pistol, a weapon so powerful its ammo can pierce through bulletproof vests.
We saw an unbelievable police presence today in downtown Orlando, and our team coverage is far from over. Ahead, we'll tell you about the specially trained tactical teams that we saw on the streets today.